I love a good novel about the movie industry, and this one is about Italian cinema in the mid-70s. I'm talking about this novel, The Silver Book by Olivia Laing. This is an interesting novel. I liked it, didn't love it. Liked it mostly for its choice of setting and the atmosphere around that, but it had a few flaws. Basically, this novel is set in 1975 at a time when two major figures of Italian cinema, Federico Fellini and Paolo Pasolini, were directing two big movies. Fellini was directing Casanova, starring Donald Sutherland. Pasolini was directing a shocking movie called Salò, or the 120 Days of Sodom, which is based on a work by the Marquis de Sade. It's all very sexy and controversial and so on. A really, really shocking movie. But the hero, the protagonist of this novel, is a young British guy who's on the run, who lands in Italy, is kind of living a bit rough, and he connects to a legend of the Italian film industry, the costume designer Danilo Donati. And because of his skills he's picked up in London at art school and so on, this young English guy is hired to work on the Casanova movie, and then is hired by Donati, the costume designer, to also work on the Pasolini movie. And so you get a sense of these two shoots happening in very different conditions, where this young man is trying to run away from certain events in London and trying to make a new life for himself. The events that he's running away from is that he had a gay relationship with a man and it all went south. I don't want to give any spoilers. And so he's living in an atmosphere of homoerotic film production. Pasolini was famously gay. He died in mysterious circumstances while picking up a rent boy. So he's living in this environment where he can be himself, design these costumes and so on. But aside from that fundamental guilt that he feels about his previous life in London, there's not a lot of emotional energy anchoring this. And the book is written in a way where it feels like a permanent montage. Everything is a bit at a distance. Everything is a bit kind of flyover scenes, these vignettes where you never really dive in. There's never really any direct dialogue. This would be of interest to anybody who's deeply passionate about the Italian film industry in the 70s, about directors like Fellini, Pasolini, and so on. To anyone else, I would say this is an okay novel. I'd love to hear from any of you if you've read it. I know a lot of people enjoyed this novel. To me, it didn't really do it. But let's hear some positive thoughts and comments from any of you. Leave your thoughts in the comments. In the meantime, keep reading. Thanks a lot. Bye.